Λοιπόν, είναι πραγματικά η μαρτυρία που θα παρακολουθήσουμε τώρα σοκαριστική. Στη Βαλεντίνα Καραγεωργίου μίλησε πριν από λίγο ένας Σουδανός μετανάστης, ζει στην Ελβετία ο άνθρωπος σήμερα, ακτιβιστής, ο οποίος μας περιγράφει την κακοποίηση που βιώνουν οι μετανάστες οι οποίοι στιβάζονται στα ΣΚΑΜ, αν μπορούμε να τα ονομάσουμε έτσι, της Λιβύης. Πάμε να δούμε τι μας είπε.
How do the smuggling rings work exactly, and how much money do the traffickers ask for in order to smuggle thousands of migrants?
They look for smugglers to be able to, to seek a second chance in life. And by finding smugglers, there are different ways to of course get smuggled. It's either they smuggle you using the dinghies, which are rubber boats, inflated rubber dinghies, and this has a value of money from 200 to 300 euros. And this is where oftentimes you find that these dinghies are overloaded with over 100 people, and it is just 10 to 12 meter boat, because the value of money that you pay is not enough to equip, a sailing vessel, like the shipping vessel, the fishing vessel that we saw yesterday, which got shipwrecked. And then we have the second category of wooden boats, which are usually, charged from 500 to 1,000 euros. And then you have the big fishing vessels, where about from 1,000 to 2,000 euros is charged per person. And if you are able to manage a wooden boat or a fishing vessel, it depends on where you're coming from. And the smugglers, for them, they charge people based on their countries of origin, because they have enough information that someone coming from Sudan is a poor person who does not even have a lot, who even his family cannot support him. He doesn't have, belongings that he can sell and generate that amount of money to pay for a fishing vessel or a wooden boat. They take flights from Bangladesh, for example, to Dubai, from Dubai to Turkey, Turkey to Egypt, and from Egypt they arrive to Libya, most oftentimes legally with their documents. But given their circumstance and the human rights violation in Libya, they try to escape from Libya using the smuggling network.
You also made this dangerous journey from Libya to Italy after you left your home country, South Sudan. I want to ask you how you feel when you hear of a boat capsizing in the Mediterranean Sea.
People need to understand that there is a circumstance which was beyond my human endurance, which put me into this situation to take on to the Mediterranean, to trust my life into the rubber dinghy boat. Because coming from South Sudan, I was born in a country full of civil wars, and even growing up as a child, I never had really any possibility to access a good education. And at the age of 12, I was, forcibly conscripted by my state to fight, my own people. So for me, I had different options ahead of me to either become a killer, to either become a militias, or to choose to become a refugee. Upon arriving in Libya, I found only nightmares made of torture, exploitations, and different degrading treatment, enslavement. After enduring this cycle of violence, I had no other option than to look at the Mediterranean and to trust my life to these escapees smugglers.
There are still many migrants and refugees who are now back to Libya. Despite this tragedy, will they be discouraged to attempt this treacherous journey to the Mediterranean Sea?
In regard to this tragic news, when people receive it, of course, we are looking at the overall circumstance for a person, not just numbers, because we often mention numbers, but I'm speaking, for an individual person whose life is being denied in Libya. This person, because of his skin color, because of his religious belief, because of his background, where he's coming from, he's not considered a human being in Libya. He can only be a material. He can only be an object which they can instrumentalize. They were not recognized. They were not protected. They were not respected. They have nothing to lose in this moment, because you are just nobody. The only hope is to keep trying. Either you die on the Mediterranean, or you have this 1% chance of getting to the other side of the sea. And for them, it doesn't really change so much because they are looking for recognition. I am looking to be recognized. And this, I'm willing to pay whatever it takes for it. And people have paid for it dearly with their bodies.